Hey you, welcome back to Quantum Code. My name is Martin and this is the second episode of a series dedicated to create a cool 2D shooter game in Godot Engine. Last time we implemented player movement. By the way, if you haven't seen this video, you can click here and a link to the full playlist is in the description. Well, now we do something a little bit more artistic. We will animate our character so he will be really thick. Back in Godot, the first thing we want to do is to open our player scene and go to the script. There, Lev Ivanov advised me to use not is-action pressed but get action strength, so I'll use it. It's better for joystick. It's more joystick friendly, so let's do this. So we do axis.x equal input dot get action strength and UI right. Okay, then we do the same for left. UI left. Then we can copy paste and do the same for the y-axis. Okay, we don't need to convert them. They are in float values, so it's okay. You can save this and test if it's still working. So I'm on keyboard and mouse, so I cannot test with joystick, but it is still working here, so that's great. Okay, now we want to create an animation player node because we will animate our player. Okay, let's put it right here. Create a new animation, call it idle. And here we will create a breathing effect. We need to move the head. Let's go to the head and add a track for the position. Okay, we can do the same for left arm. We'll add a track for position and rotation. Okay, and right arm. Okay, so here we have our tracks. Now we want to go to 0.5, right here. We'll move our face a little bit down, like that. Insert a key. And we will move also left arm and rotate it. Okay, insert keys for both rotation and position, and same for right arm. Rotate it, place it here, and insert both keys. Okay, now we want to go to the end of the animation at 1 second, and we will select all of those and hit Ctrl D or Command D to duplicate them. Here we are. Now we can select auto, like a loop, and autoplay on load, so you can hit play and we have a kind of breathing animation. Now we want to create a new animation. Let's call it walk. The length will be 0.4. Let's select 0.01 second lead here for snap. Okay, in this animation, we will want to move left hand, right hand, left leg, right leg, and the body position. So let's start by adding our tracks for the body. We'll add position only. For left arm, we'll add position and rotation. Same for right arm, left leg, and right leg. Okay, so we have our tracks. We want to go to 0.15, and here we will move the left arm here and rotate it also. Okay, we want the left arm to be like under the body, we don't see it anymore. Same for right arm. It is over the body, but anyway, we will not see it as it is the same color. Okay, we want to insert the keys for both. Okay, so here we have our new keys. For the legs and the body, we first want to go to 0.1. The left leg will move up like that. The right leg will move in this way. And we will also move the body a little bit down. Let's move, let's say at 2 or 2.5. And we hit the key button to create a new key. Let's move the left leg a little bit right, a little bit to the right. Change the key, okay. Okay, now back at 0.15, we want to move both legs to the center. So let's select left leg, move it here, create key. Same for right leg. So that. Let's also rotate them so it's more natural. This one will be rotated like that. A little bit up. Okay. And this one. Rotate it like that. Yeah, here. Now we'll move a little bit on time at 0.16. And we'll make a kind of trick, so it looks like if both legs had inverted. So let's select right leg, move it up here, rotate it like that. Okay, and left leg, we'll move it down and rotate it like that. Okay, this should be good. Let's select, let's create the keys. Okay. Now at 0.3, we want to take the left arm, put it up and rotate it even more than the original position. And same for right arm. Okay, we want to select right leg, have it up here and going to the front. Okay, and left leg back here. Let's rotate it a little bit. Okay, let's hit the key buttons for each. Okay, and for the body position, we want to move it up a little bit before. So let's select body, move it a little bit up, 0, and let's say 2.25. Okay, and hit the key button. Here we'll keep the same height. And then at 0.35, we want to get each position back. So let's select I don't know why. Okay, we need to go to right leg. This should be 0 here. Don't know why. Okay, perfect. Now we go to 0.35. Select everything. I hit Ctrl D or Command D to duplicate them. So we are back in the original position. Now we need to loop the animation and let's hit play so we can test it. Yeah, pretty good. Now we can just hit autoplay for a test and launch the game, so we see if the speed is okay. Yeah, it is pretty good. Okay, let's close this. Select back animation and idle. Hit autoplays. Now we'll go to our script. Here, if axis equal vector2.0, that means the user is not pressing any keys, so we don't want the player to move. So we'll play the animation idle. Okay. And else, that means the player is moving. So let's say animation player that play walk. Okay, let's give it a try. So we have the idle animation and now he's walking. But you can see we have an issue. The legs and body position, everything is not resetting. So what we need to do is go back to animation player. We'll reset all animations. In idle, we will select left leg and let's create tracks for the position and rotation in default position and rotation. So it will reset and we'll just go to the end and select those and hit Ctrl D. So we're sure our legs are not moving or are not in a bad position. Okay, we want to do the same thing for the body position. Let's select body, create a key for create a track for position. Let's go back to the end, select it and hit Ctrl D. Okay, and in the walk animation, we want the head position to always be the same as we are moving the body position. So let's go to the beginning, select head, create a track for position. Let's go to the end, select it and hit Ctrl D. Okay, now it should be better. Yeah, our animation like idle is going back to the normal position, so it looks like the player is standing after walking. Okay, now we want our player to face the direction he's going to. So we'll go in the script section and we want to create a function for that. It will be called at each image, so in physics process. Let's call it apply rotation. And we need to create it. So let's go down here and call it apply rotation. Okay, we want to keep track of the current direction the player is facing. So let's create a new variable. And here we would like to say up, down, left, or right. So we will create an enumerate. The enumerate takes each value and replace it by 1, 2 for right, 3 for down, and 4 for left. So now we can just do var direction equal down, as at the beginning the player is facing down. And we can use this in our apply rotation function. So let's first create a variable new direction, which will be at first equal to direction. Okay, now first we will test if axis that y is lower than minus 0.5. So that means the player is going up in Godot. So we will do a new direction equals up. Now we'll do an elif axis that y is greater than 0.5. This time we are going down, so new direction equals down. And elif, now we will check the x-axis. First, if it is lower than minus 0.5, we'll do new direction equals left. And last, we'll still check axis dot x is greater than 0.5 and new direction equals right. Now we will check if the direction, like the new direction, is not still equal to direction, so if it is really a new direction that we're facing, so if new direction is different than direction, and we will call a new function. Let's call it change direction. It will take a parameter direction. So let's call change direction. We will apply with the new direction. Here we will make we will check each case, like the direction, if it's up, down, left, or right. So we will make a match to match our variable direction. If it is equal to up, we'll do something. Let's call pass for the moment. Down, same. And we do the same for left and right. So if we are going up, we don't want to see the face of the player. But in all the other cases, we want to see it. If we are going left, we want to scale the body by -1. And if we're going right, we want to scale it by 1. And if we're going down, we will want to move our face a little bit. So let's write this here. Face position. Okay, so what we want to do is first make the face visible. So we'll do sprites, body, head, face. That visible equal to true. So in all those cases, we don't have anything to do. Okay, and only here we need to do sprites, body, head, face, that visible equal to false. Okay, now we will scale our body. So let's do sprites body dot scale dot x, so in the x-axis, equals -1. And here we can copy paste and just set 1. So here we want to have the sprites body head face that position equals vector2 dot 0, as it is the default position of our face. And here we will need to change the position. For the moment we will not do anything. We will first check if all is working. So let's hit play. I was going right, now I'm going left. The player changed its scale. When I go up, I don't see the player anymore, the player face, so that's great. And now when I'm going down, I want the player to be facing down. That's the last point. So let's go in 2D, take the face position, and let's try to move it a little bit. Something like that. So let's say 0 and maybe -17. Okay, that looks good. Let's reset it. We can go in our scripts, and now we can do sprites body head face dot position dot x equals -17. And in the other cases it will be reset because we set it here to vector2 0. The last thing we want to do is to update our direction. So let's say direction equals 0. So the new direction will be equal to the new direction here. Okay, let's save this and hit play. Now we can see we're going left, we're going right, left, down and up, and it's looking pretty good with the animation. It seems like he's walking, so that's really cool. Yeah, that's all for this video. So thank you for watching. You can comment if you have any question, anything. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell if you want to get notified for the next tutorials. And see you!